Hey scholars, today our goal is I compare and order fractions. So we've been comparing fractions all week, but today it's going to have a new twist. And then we're also going to order some fractions in the end. So as we've been going, we've been comparing fractions that have common pieces. So either common numerators or common denominators. Today, we are not having common numerators or common denominators. So we need to figure out how to compare these. And we learned earlier in the week that we could multiply fractions. So I could multiply 1/5 times 3. And if I multiply both the numerator and denominator, I get another fraction that's equivalent or equal to that. So 1/5 is equivalent to 3/15. So what we're going to do today is if we have a problem like this one, I'm going to figure out how can I create a common denominator. So I see that 5 and 10 are numbers that I know how to multiply to get from one to the other. So I'm going to make 1/5 into an equivalent fraction. I'm going to make it into tenths. So I need to figure out 5 times what is 10? And I know that's times 2. So whatever I do to my numerator, I must also do to my denominator and vice versa. So 1 times 2 is 2. So then I just need to compare. Is 2/10 or is 3/10 larger? And 3/10 is larger, so I'd say 2/10 is less than 3/10. So I looked at my fractions. I found a number that I knew I could multiply one of them to. And then I did that to create an equivalent fraction and compare. So here's another example. We have 3/8 and 1/2. So I need to figure out how to create a common denominator to compare these. So I know I can do something to 2 to make it into 8. And what I can do is 2 times 4 equals 8. So whatever you do to your denominator, you must also do to your numerator. So times 4. So 1/2 is the same as 4/8. So now when I look at my equivalent fraction, 3/8 and 4/8, I know 4/8 or 1/2 is bigger than 3/8. So I would say 3/8 is less than 4/8. Let's do one more for good measure. So you might have another one like 2/3 and 4/6. So again, I'm trying to create a common denominator. So I know 3 times some number is 6. And when I think about it, I realize it's 3 times 2. So whatever you do to your denominator, you must also do to your numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I see that 2/3 is actually equal to 4/6. And I'm comparing 4/6 or 2/3 since they're equivalent to 4/6. And 4/6 and 4/6 are equal. So this would be comparing. How do we create common denominators with them? The next part is ordering. So we're going to order some fractions. So you might have a fraction like 1/4, and then you might have another fraction like 3/8. And you might have another fraction like 1/2. And we need to order these. So we need to order them from least to greatest, which means our smallest one is going to go over here and our largest one's going to go over here, or the one that's closest to the number 1. So I need to create a common denominator. So I know that 2, 4, and 8, I can multiply all of these to get to 8. So 2 times 4 equals 8, and whatever you do to the bottom, you must also do to the top. So 1/2 is the same as 4/8. I could do that here as well. 4 times 2 is 8. So if I multiplied the denominator by 2, I must also multiply the numerator by 2. So 1/4 is the same as 2/8. So now looking at these, I have 3/8, 2/8, and 4/8. So I would put 1/4 because that's equal to 2/8. These are the same, right? And then I would put 3/8. And then finally, I would put 4/8 because that's equal to 1/2 or 1/2. So I need to use the actual numbers that were given to me. So I'd write 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2. But I need to convert them to figure out the actual order of them. So we'll go over this during morning meeting today. So please make sure you come to this because that can be a confusing concept. But this is the general idea of what we're doing today. So good luck with your work. Make sure you create equivalent fractions with common denominators to compare.